What's up? Tyler, Weekly Meta Reviews. Here with a concert review. This time I'm going to be talking about the show that I went to in Silver Spring, Maryland last night, the Fillmore. I saw Trivium, Devildriver, and After the Burial. Um, Now, I'm a little fucking tired right now. So if I kind of blank out or I just sound terrible, I apologize. I'm running on 4 hours of sleep and 2 energy drinks right now. So, yeah. Um, I've been to the Fillmore. This is the fourth time I've been there this year, I believe, and I love that venue. It's got so much room. It has a great sound system. And it's just cool people there. It's just an awesome experience to be there. And I've been wanting to see Trivium and After the Burial for a while. Now, as many of you probably heard, Silosis got into a very bad RV accident and had to drop off this tour, which I was kind of sad about. You know, I was ready to see Silosis on every U.S. tour that they've done so far. Um, and I do enjoy Silosis. I mean, I haven't been listening to them as much as I used to, but it would have been cool to see them for a third time. Um, so instead, there was a local band called Hydra Kill that opened, and to be completely honest with you, I'm getting really tired of talking about local bands anymore. None of them interest me. It's not that, I hate local music and I don't support local music. Not at all. It just bothers me that I feel that none of the local bands around my area. I'm just talking around my area of southern Pennsylvania, Lancaster area. Just they don't know what the fuck a riff is, and it bothers me. It's just an abundance of breakdowns, and it's boring. Whatever. Check out Hydra Kill if you know them and you like them. More power to you. Keep supporting them. Yeah. So then was After the Burial, and I think this is the fifth time I've seen After the Burial. I haven't seen them in a long time, since Warped Tour of 2012, so it's been over a year since I saw them. And they put on a really tight show. This is probably the tightest that I've heard them sound. Um, they played older songs. They played for a good bit. I'd say maybe 40 minutes or so, maybe 45. And they played two new songs. The Wolf Amongst Ravens, I believe that's what it's called. I'm sorry if I got that wrong. And Anti-Pattern. They've been playing Wolf Amongst Ravens for a while, and that song just floored me, seriously. I know After the Burial there is an obvious influence from Meshuggah in their music, but this song was very Meshuggah-like. It just had these insanely awesome grooves, and I just loved the ending with, it was very symphonic and stuff, and it was just amazing. Overall, I just loved that song. And usually when I hear a new live song, I'm like, that's cool. It's cool that I, just heard a brand new song from a band. But my last judgment will be when the studio version comes out. But right away, I was floored by this song. And that usually doesn't happen. The other song, Anti-Pattern, if any of you saw recently, I think before this tour started, they put up about 30, 45 second snippet of them practicing. And there was some very crazy Meshuggah-inspired drums that started it off. And that's the song that they played. That song was really cool, too. Not as good as the other one in my mind, but, I do really want to hear the studio version of it. They said that their new record's coming out really soon. And they told me that personally at Warped Tour in 2012, that it was coming out very soon. So in ways, I'm almost starting to lose interest in their new album, but hearing these two songs got me excited for it. I hope it drops by the end of the year. I really do. So I'm looking forward to that. Other than that, they played older songs. They didn't play songs like My Frailty or shit. They're more popular ones. Pendulum. They didn't play that one. There was one off of Rare Form. Oh, never mind. I don't know, but they played songs like Berserker, Cursing, Heatin. I always say that wrong. Whatever. They opened with that, and they ended with Aspirations, and played Your Troubles Will Cease and Smile Upon You. that big long. They put on a tight set, and Anthony, the singer, he just improves every time as a vocalist. Every time I see this band, he did some very brutal fucking lows, and just he is a great vocalist. So overall, incredibly tight live band, one that everybody needs to experience in my mind. Next was Devildriver. Now, Devildriver, I have like I don't even want to say a love-hate relationship. They just fucking bore me. And I'm sorry if, I'm offending someone who really digs this band or something. I can't feel their music. I can't connect to it. I don't feel the grooves that they put out. I don't feel the riffs. And to be honest with you, it's mostly Des Fafara's voice that really kills the band. I don't really dig his vocals that much. But I have to say, live, they're a better live band than they are a studio band. I listened to their new album, Winter Kills. I was going to review it, and I couldn't even get through the whole thing. I was bored to tears with it. But live, they put on a good show. I have to say that out of all three bands that played, they had the best crowd reaction. They had everybody going in that place. They had the biggest pits. And Dez is a good frontman live. I mean, he sounded good compared to his studio stuff. He sounded spot on and stuff. He's very much of a hard ass live. Just a hard ass of a person. And he made me laugh at times, He told some guy to, stop being a pussy. Just called this one guy out. Stop being a pussy. Get in the pit and get him a shot of whiskey. Yeah, I thought that was just kind of funny. They played that cover song that they did from AWOL Nation, Sail, and that got some chicks going there. That was pretty cool. They played a really long set. They played 13 songs. They played, I think, 4 or 5 new ones. They opened with Ruthless off their new album, and they played, the cool songs, Clouds Over California, End of the Line, Not All Who Wander Are Lost. That was really cool to hear. I mean, I'm not saying that they are a terrible band. I hate everything that they do. They have some cool songs. It's just, as a whole, I can't really sit through a whole record almost. But at times, certain songs were just heavy as shit live, and they were heavy. I would much rather prefer to listen to this band live than studio. But, I mean, they really got everybody going. They had probably the biggest circle pit at a indoor, regular concert venue that I've ever seen. There was at least a good 75 to 100 people in that pit. I don't even know. It was fucking huge. But yeah, I mean, overall, Devildriver, they were cool to see. It was my first time seeing them. And, they were nice to see. By the end of their set, though, I kind of just wanted them to stop and for Trivium to come out, to be honest with you. This is just personal opinion, of course. So if you, see Devildriver live often, or you saw them at that specific show or on this tour, and you loved them, that's awesome. This is just one dude's opinion. But Trivium was the band I went there for, the most. I haven't seen Trivium since March of 2012 or something like that. It's been a long time. This is my 5th time seeing them, and holy fuck did they put on a tight ass show. And they played such a good set. I felt like they were maybe a little rushed or something, because Matt Heafy really wasn't, the frontman that he usually is, really talking to the crowd a lot of crowd interaction, which Devildriver did really good. Dez does a good job with that. But Matt Heafy, it just felt like they were rushed or something. He didn't really speak that much in between songs like he usually does, which, I mean, it's fine by me. They played more music. They just put on a phenomenal set. They played Brave New World and Strife from their new album, Vengeance Falls, that's coming out soon. And I have to say, Matt Heafy sounded spot on. And even when they played their older songs that they played, I don't know, Watch the World Burn, Becoming the Dragon, Gunshot, To the Head of Trepidation, Kirsu Gomen, songs like that, you can tell that, Matt Heafy has really improved as a vocalist, and he's applying that live, which is just great. I feel that everybody in this band has just improved as a musician. Their bassist, I forget his name. I forget their bassist's name. I know it'll come to me. I do know it. But his supporting vocals, his background vocals, sound so much better, and him and Matt Heafy work so much, more as a cohesive team than they ever have before in my mind. He sounds very good live. Corey, on the other hand, I feel is the most improved with a lot of the screams that he does. Back in the day, not really back in the day, just when I started to see Trivium, 2009, 2010, I was always slightly disappointed when Corey did most of the screams because I was just like, his screams aren't as good as Matt Heafy's, but he is seriously improved, and I don't even care that he does more of the screams than Matt Heafy anymore. He sounds great. He has he just sounds better. He can do some really good lows now, and he's just a stronger vocalist. And I enjoy him doing that. Overall, they nailed their solos. I mean, they just seriously put on a tight-ass show. And I think the best part of it, in my mind, was that they played my favorite Trivium song of all time, and that is Shogun. They played all of Shogun. Not the album. I wish they would have played the whole album. Although their set was more geared towards Shogun, which I don't mind. I loved it. They played Throes of Perdition, Shogun, Kirsu Gomen, Down from the Sky, and I think that's it. Hearing Shogun live though, that was marvelous. They seriously nailed every single part of that, from the slow melodic part in the middle to the really just insane build up towards the end, and the really just groovy, heavy as fuck verses in the beginning. It was seriously marvelous to see. One of the best musical experiences that I've had this year, to be honest with you. Overall, Trivium just killed it. Of course, they ended with Pull Harder and the Strings of Your Martyr. They played In Waves, which got a lot of people going. They had a lot of people going, but I was a little disappointed that I think a lot of people left after Devildriver, so I was a little disappointed with that, that people would leave. But, they just seem like they really are just at the top of their game almost. And I'm stoked for their new album. I will be reviewing that very soon. So, that's about all I have to say. Trivium ruled. After the Burial ruled. Devildriver wasn't too bad. And you know what's also cool? They just announced that they're playing at the Chameleon Club in Lancaster, which is like 20-25 minutes away from my house. It's kind of cheap. I might just go again. I don't know if I'll review it, but this is a great tour package. So I don't know yet. But yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching. Subscribe. Thanks for subscribing. And I'll see you guys around. Go to this show.